part of understanding where you are is being able to acknowledge where you've been. The traditions, the histories, the communities, and school programs are so much a part not only the fabric of a community, but of a state as well, and even of a country. And some of these people who we're going to be honoring today and have honored in the past and will be honoring in the future are people who have been a part of that final fabric, that group that essentially has created the history so that we know who we are and we can not only celebrate who we are now, but that celebration has even more importance when we place it against the backdrop of the history.
Athletics has certainly played an integral part of everybody's lives in this room and beyond. I know it's been a huge factor in my life from my youth to the present time, not just playing or watching it, but also the great people we meet, and that's something that brings us all together like today.
High school athletics cannot be reproduced anywhere in any shape, and it's so unique and so wonderful that because so many people are involved.
No matter how many college and pro fans there are out there, nothing else gets at the heart of what sports is all about like high school sports does.
Drew was most certainly a gifted athlete at Lakes High School, where he started in football and baseball. On the gridiron, he started quarterback for 3 seasons. He had an incredible starting run there. Also handled the roles as kicker and punter. This guy was very active. As a senior, get this, Drew won the Player of the Year award, passing for almost 3,400 yards and 42 touchdowns.
I've benefited from athletics. I mean, from being in Little League, to now. I mean, it's helped me. It's molded me into the person I am today, and it's taught me valuable lessons in toughness and perseverance. You can go down the board and things that I've now as a coach been able to pass on and share with my players. It's benefited me a whole bunch.
Otto is without a doubt one of the very best wrestlers in Washington State history. During his illustrious wrestling career at Everett High School, home of the Seagulls, Otto was a 3-time state champion in 1994, 95, and 96.
I think the biggest thing I learned from athletics was how to overcome the adversity of setbacks and losses, and kind of how to regroup yourself and come back and try to be better. It happens in life.
Number one, first and foremost, you learn how to work hard, and I love that, and have a common purpose and a goal with teammates, so you learn teamwork. But for me at Lakeside, it was, I had the benefit of having some really wonderful coaches who later in life have turned out to be colleagues and mentors, and so I got some wonderful coaching and mentorship kind of early on, and that was a huge benefit.
Under his direction, the Garfield Jazz Ensemble has been out of this stratosphere. They've been fantastic, taking first place in the Essentially Ellington High School Jazz Band competition at the Lincoln Center in New York 4 times, including last year, which is more than any high school in America.
I tell kids, especially when they're coming into high school, to get involved in something, whether it's music, athletics, activities, get involved in something, because you never really know where to lead. So if somebody chooses music and they know in their heart and soul that's what they really want to do, then you go for it wholeheartedly.
Winning our first baseball title, I think, was really stands out because we had played in a title game twice and lost, before that. And you start to wonder, hey, are we ever going to be able to get this thing done here? And then we had a group of guys, one year that probably were not as talented as the 2 groups that we had taken before, and just had good chemistry and really played hard all the time, and they won that game back in the old Kingdom, in 1989. So it was kind of emotional.
I think it really does come back to just the friendships and those types of things that have developed over those 12 years actually in a small school. You think about it in terms of a class that had 25 kids in it from kindergarten through the 12th grade, and it gets pretty tight-knit in a small community.
27 out of the 34 years I coached, we led in giving up the fewest points, and that was always a big thing for us. And so yeah, I know you got to score, but our big thing was to really play that defense, and kids bought into it, and they liked it after a while, and it was really fun to see.
the ability to motivate student athletes, and to be able to get them to get on the same page you want to have them on and be on. I think that those are all kinds of things that we, I think, emphasized at Ephrata. Motivation was always a big thing, and our teams oftentimes had great motivation to be the best that they could be.
We asked them to come in with a work ethic and be willing to, we tell them we're going to work you hard. We're going to try to work you harder than anybody we might play. So come to practice every day with a good work ethic, and the last thing, got to be a team player.
For her lifetime of contributions to the Washington State High School officials, Virginia Hayes has been a fixture as an official for the state of Washington for 39 years, serving as an official, a clinician, and also an officials coordinator for state tournaments.
Sportsmanship to me is playing the game and letting the game come to you, not worrying about what happens on the other side of the net. When I played, if the opponent made a good play, you kind of gave him a little hand clap under the net. You see that in sportsmanship even today when I officiate. People give them a little nod or they give them a little fist pump to the other team.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our second inductee for this year, Mr. Drew Miller.
I think all of us would say, along the way that we had awesome coaches and awesome teammates that all, played a part in getting us all here. So thanks to all those guys and all the coaches along the way.
Coaches play a monumental role in the development of student athletes. Don't we know that? We've heard tributes paid already to these great coaches. So many coaches who have selflessly made the sacrifices, devoted their times and lives to what they love, and to the athletes and students to which they have taught so much great lessons to.
I think some of the things that we try to do is to take some attention off ourselves as much as possible, and to talk about some people who we feel have some great humility and humbleness.
We weren't just in it for the X's and O's, though, really. I was trying to develop the whole player, whole body, and so academics were big with me as far as getting these kids to go to class and being good people in school.
I think that as a coach, not only do you tell players what to do, but I think you also should show them what type of attitude you should have, what type of lifestyle you should have. And so I think as an educator and as a coach, I think leading by example is very important. That's part of my philosophy.
From Coach McMahon, I learned ethics. I learned character. You learn from Coach McMahon how to do things the right way. Certainly a basics in terms of fundamentals. You learn things from the ground up. You learn how to do things the right way the first time, and I think that's stuck with me in everything I've done from high school to college to then my teaching and coaching career. There's a fundamentally right way to do things, and that's what I learned from him.
It truly bonds us and brings us back great memories of the past, enjoyment of the present, and what could be in the near future. Athletics is magic. It is definitely magic.
It's just the values that it teaches you, whether it's a team sport or individual sport. You learn hard work, perseverance, you learn how to fight through things that, if you're not an athlete, different things can happen in your life that you'll learn how to fight through. But just, athletics in general, I think it really teaches you that.
Tons of benefits. I think the best one is the camaraderie they get with their fellow students. Teams become gelled with individuals, and they become a team. And you watch even the individuals in an individual sport like track and soccer and that sort of thing, they come together as a team. And that's, I think, the main thing the kids get out of athletics, and stays with them the rest of their life, that team concept.
I would like to thank the WIAA Hall of Fame, and I am much honored for being a member today. Thank you.
I'm very honored and proud to be in the member of the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
It's a huge honor, and I look forward to trying to become a role model and continue to be a role model for the young children that I teach every day. So thank you.
I'd like to thank the committee again for my family being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this, and I'll keep on doing what I do. Thank you.
I too am very honored to be here today
And I thank everyone for your attendance and for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
For making this celebration is outstanding. Thanks so much to WIAA. Thank you.
Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Thank you very much.
What do you say about being in a Hall of Fame? Humble, honored, grateful. Thank you.